Hey y'all, welcome back. Well, if you're new here, welcome. I just finished crashing out, or maybe not crashing out, like a little fender bender. So I was having a moment because I'm trying to be a lot better at feeling and walking myself through the process of feeling, like on a physical level, and being able to like not just distract myself or intellectualize my feelings. So, of course, after years of sitting with them, I'm talking myself through this and just realizing that I'm having waves. I'm having waves right now where, some days and most days I feel full of energy, even though I am not sleeping too great, and only because I'm having really intense dreams. So I'm waking up really heavy. And then I go about my day feeling energetic. But then I have other moments like now where like it just comes in waves where I am putting all of this power and focus on how I can show up as authentic as possible and show up as all of it. And within this little fender bender, as I call it, a little mini crash out, it's like I realize that I suck at being truly who I am, just to be and just to do, you know? Just to be me and just to do me. I suck at that because all of my purpose and meaning always came from how I can put on and act and show up for others. And I've spent a lot of my life figuring out what's the best way to show up for everyone. And when I say everyone, it's not like one way that I show up for everyone. It's literally like, what identity do I match with this person in order to be able to build a close connection? And with that, it was kind of like me. It got really quiet all of a sudden, but okay. It was kind of like me seeking that connection with myself outside of myself. And from young, we're never really taught to connect with ourselves, unless we had really consciously aware parents who taught us from a young age to connect with ourselves. And I don't mean the parents who taught you about God and took you to Sunday school, because I've been there, because that's still projecting as something outside of you, you know and it's just like as something to reach and attain. And I think that the mentality that I'm actively losing, the mentality that's actually dying right now, it's actively dying, and I'm actively grieving it, is the parts of me that would always micromanage the way that I showed up. And not in a way of like, I want people to see me a certain way. I really didn't give a fuck how people actually interpreted me. I only cared that I was able to connect with them, and that I was able to connect to them so much so that I can find value in who I can be and what I can do to serve, Because all I ever wanted was for everybody to feel great and to see the world the way that I saw the world, with the beauty in the world. And I guess all of the ideals and all of the higher perspectives, those glasses of higher perspective, that I saw everything for, its potential, and I saw people for all of the most beautiful parts of them. Even the bad side of that is it comes with the ignorance of missing out on ways that people can take advantage of you, and ways that people can push your boundaries and take you for granted when you are serving them and neglecting yourself in the process. So I've always just wanted people to see the world the way that I did. And instead of me just enjoying the world the way that I did and connecting, learning to connect with myself from a very young age, something clicked with me that made it feel only safe when I could learn and study people and then become somewhat of a service to them and find value in that and being able to give back, because that is my character and is my heart, to want to give back to people, to want to give back and to share joy and to share love and lift people up so that they feel and see themselves the way that I see them, you know? So right now it's that broken part of me that is mending, that is stepping into true authenticity, not authenticity that is acted and micromanaged and rehearsed and planned. You know, it's not the mask, it's not the face of authenticity. It's like me truly learning how to just be again, how to just be me and to just do me instead of trying to figure out the ways in which the world need me to show up. And also learning that within that authenticity and me really connecting with myself and not looking outside of myself to validate that authenticity and that true connection that I have with myself, me leaning into that is kind of like accidentally stepping into a service to others as well. So I just wanted to share that because obviously, it's my perspective for my life. I am the only truth, the real truth that I know for my life, as you are for yours. And I know that my perspective is unique to me, but I know for sure that I'm not the only one that feels this way and is going through these things. And it really just makes me wonder, like, how many people are feeling this way right now, because the energies are just really, it's some powerful stuff happening right now. And it's a lot that is moving through me. And it's just like, I feel like I'm on a intensive course. So let me know if you feel the same way, like on an intensive course, like learning a lot of things within a short time span. And it's just like, I wanted to be able to share that with you because I have been redirected probably for a couple of months now into doing differently, and I never really knew how to. And I find myself really trying to dissect everything and micromanage myself and figure things out and understand what is going on. And that's just the way that my mind works. But I'm learning to, from scratch, because I don't remember the last time that I was myself just to be myself outside of doing something, and being someone to serve others. I'm relearning how to show up as me. I'm relearning who I am, I'm relearning who it is that I want to show up as. I'm deciding for me and nothing else. And I'm finding value within that, not the value within what I can bring to the table and what I can serve for others, and how I need to show up, and who I need to be and what box I need to portray myself in, So yeah, and it's not an easy process, but it's not an impossible one either. And I'm just going to end this by saying that I feel like with everything right now, I'm just being tested. And the biggest test here is about focus. And it's about seeing how much can be put, how much obstacles can be put on my road right now. And to see how much I can focus on the positive, even with the obstacles there, And right now it's been a lot of like, for me, it feels like trickery. It's like I have doors open for me, and then as soon as I go to the door, it's like the door doesn't quite open all the way, or the door's still shut, or I just feel like nothing is like moving. And when it seems like it's moving, it's like I get that little bit of hope, and then the door closes again. And it really is a testing period. But right now, and maybe this is something that somebody needs to hear as well, maybe you're going through the same thing. Life is motherfucking testing you. It's testing you. And it doesn't, it gives you a bit of clarity to know that it is a test, but it doesn't make things easier to deal with. It's still emotionally and mentally hard to deal with because it's a test. But this is about your attentive focus. Like, are you going to choose to focus on gratitude and abundance? Or are you going to focus on what is going wrong? And trust me, I have found myself slipping up lately and complaining about what is going wrong and feeling like, oh, why aren't things moving? Why aren't things moving? Why aren't things moving? Do you get what I mean? Like, it's fucking tough. 11:11. It's fucking tough. And I'm just here to let you know, boy, you are not alone. You're not alone. But I'm here to let you know that, the tests always come right before the victory. And not to say that you need to be looking at life in a way where, oh, you're waiting for some massive breakthrough. Like, sometimes things happen in little chunks. Like, you can't expect the whole cookie all one time. You know what I mean? What happens after? But anyway, I'm basically just trying to say, even if it's not a massive leap, or maybe it is a massive leap, that's on the other side of this. The tests always come when you are right in alignment, when you're where you need to be, when you're learning the lessons you need to learn, when you're in the mentality and mindset that you're supposed to be in. So whatever you're doing, stick to it, stay with it. I would recommend, don't bombard yourself, because right now is really a time of like being with yourself, learning about yourself, going deep and focusing, not shutting out the world. It's about being and doing rather than thinking and understanding and, the wisdom. It's about really grounding all of that into the just being and the doing, the action behind the being. So spend your time doing that. But my advice would be to maybe try to, if you're feeling you're having a hard time and it's really testing and you're having a bad day and you're really finding it difficult to stay positive, go and listen to something motivational. It doesn't have to be, 20, 30, 40 minutes long. Even if somebody has a minute, 3-minute, 5-minute video and it's just them talking goodness into you, or talking about the God of your understanding, you know what I mean? Just go and listen to someone, because it's always going to be something out there that can lift you up, and it's always going to be something out there that can put you down. So, limit like the social media and all that stuff, because a lot of energy just being bombarded at you at once, and go and seek something that is going to bring, like, lift your spirits and bring that mindset back to center, like back to focus on the gratitude, on the abundance, just on positivity in general. Guys, I'm gonna leave it here because I need to get in my bed and try and get a decent sleep. But I love y'all so much. I really hope that my share has helped. I always feel I don't know, I feel some type of way. I'm working through it as well. I feel some type of way about making videos about, like, me saying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I feel a way about doing that, but I am slowly opening up to this, because that's the only way that I am going to authentically connect with people, is if I share about myself, not just trying to serve and give. It's about sharing with myself and seeing if it's people who are going through the same things. It's the only way that you're going to feel me, the same way that I feel you. So yeah, I hope you do. I see you. I feel you. I am you. I love you so much. And I will see you in the next video. Good night. 14:41 as I looked up.